Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, breaking news out of Michigan this afternoon. Police say 3 students are dead and 6 others injured after a student opened fire at Oxford High School near Detroit earlier today. Deputies say the suspected shooter is an unidentified sophomore at the school, and they do not have a motive for the shooting. You can see snow on the ground up there. The suspect was arrested at the scene. We will keep you updated as we learn more about this latest school shooting in the United States. Well, back here in the Commonwealth, Kentucky lawmakers have wrapped up special task force meetings dealing with the state's overrun unemployment system. They've been meeting for months and have drawn up some recommendations for lawmakers to consider in next year's General Assembly session. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what was discussed today.
Some Kentucky lawmakers say that legislation could boost the role of Kentucky Career Centers, while others say that it could actually do more harm than help for those that are unemployed.
Because they don't get unemployment insurance.
The meetings came as a result of the state's unemployment system being overrun. Tens of thousands who had trouble getting benefits, and some tell us they still are, despite the worldwide pandemic edging closer to its 2nd anniversary. Lawmakers say people need more help in bettering themselves, and that's why the career centers need a boost, not just to help the unemployed, but the underemployed. Some labor union members and officials say they fear legislation could actually make it harder to get unemployment or to get even enough. But many just want assurances the nightmare they went through or have gone through trying to get benefits won't happen again.
All I can say to them is we're sorry that, that the unemployment system is working as hard as they can now to help them now. But this task force, by the time we get these things through in the legislation and all the things are changing the computer system that has to be set up and that is not going to help them.
There was a roll call vote to adopt these recommendations, but 2 Democrats on the committee voted against. David Yates and Mackenzie Cantrell, one reason given, these recommendations were not specific enough. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
The General Assembly will begin considering bills on Tuesday, January 4th.
A mild one out there today in the mountains after a chilly day yesterday. We're back not far from average this afternoon. In fact, well above it in most spots. Camera from the University of Virginia at Wise. Blue sky out there, just a few high clouds beginning to move in. So it's actually a very nice day to be outside. London Corbett Airport, you see, again, a few high clouds trying to move on in, but we're in good shape. 59 right now, by the way. That's some of our warmer spots are sitting at 59. Look at Williamsburg, it's 61 right now. A lot of us in those upper 50s, so not too bad of a feel outside this afternoon. Satellite and radar keeping the clouds at bay. In fact, you got to go back to southwest Indiana to run into any clouds, and if you want to run into any rain, we're talking western Missouri out by the Kansas City metro area. So a dry one looks to be in place for the rest of our Tuesday and even on into the beginning of our Wednesday. However, it is that system that is headed in our direction as we head into tomorrow. So keep that WYMT weather app handy. A mild night tonight. Yes, we're cooling back down into the upper 30s, but that's above average for this time of year. I'll have the latest on when some of those showers could start to move in coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. One Eastern Kentucky veteran says he is concerned about a worker shortage at the Pauley Patton Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center in Hazard. WYMT's Dakota Makris met with the vet who says the issue has been going on for, quote, a while.
Haven King says out of Kentucky's 4 veterans centers, he believes the Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center is at the top of the list.
They really do. They've done a great job here. I've been to all of them, and I'll have to say that I think Eastern Kentucky is one of the best there is.
However, despite this high praise, he does have his concerns. He tells me he is worried not only about worker shortages at the center, but also the pay those workers are receiving, saying current wages are not high enough.
Well, they have to be paid more. I mean, when you've got people in the dietary here and they make $8.63 an hour, you cannot live on that.
On top of these concerns, he is afraid the center could close if more money is not sent its way.
But when I see that they don't have the help and they can't get, the help, then it's possible.
trying to help his fellow veterans. In Perry County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
We'll have more on this tonight at 6. We reached out to the executive director of the Office of Kentucky Veteran Centers and are still waiting to hear back. President Biden signed 4 bipartisan bills into law today, all aimed at improving the lives of those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. Senator Tammy Duckworth, a veteran and mom herself, co-sponsored the Protecting Moms Who Served Act, aimed at improving maternal care for veterans. Timely, since women are the fastest growing demographic of the U.S. military and veteran population. Jennifer Silva of the Wounded Warrior Project, a veteran and mother of 3, says this new bill will help recognize maternity care as essential health care.
What this is going to do is going to make it easier to coordinate their maternity care with the VA and the community providers. It's going to help them identify mental health and behavioral health risk factors throughout the maternity care that might come about.
Another bill signed directs the VA to recruit military medical personnel to help fill open federal health care positions. A third orders a study on racial disparities in veteran benefits. And the fourth aims to lower out-of-pocket education expenses for surviving spouses and children of military vets. The Federal Trade Commission is investigating supply chain disruptions. The antitrust watchdog wants to know whether anti-competitive practices are sending prices soaring. The FTC is ordering Amazon, Walmart, Kroger, and other major retailers to turn over information about their ability to obtain and deliver goods. The companies have 45 days to respond. A trade group for independent grocery stores is praising the FTC's inquiry, saying supply chain issues have impacted their business more than grocery giants. Many Americans do not feel optimistic about the economy. New data from the Conference Board shows consumer confidence dipped in November. Assessments and a near-term outlook for incomes, businesses, and job conditions also fell. The board says concerns about rising prices and the Delta variant are primary reasons confidence dipped. Another concern, a resurgence of infections and price increases, may threaten economic growth in the coming months. We may soon see a battle of the athletic brands. Popular fitness apparel brand Lululemon is suing Peloton over copycat products. The company launched its private label in September called Peloton Apparel. Lululemon is seeking triple damages for what it calls willful infringement of 6 design patents. Peloton sought out a declaration in Manhattan federal court that the claims had no merit. It said Lululemon's designs are not special enough to have patent protection. Let's head over to Wall Street on this Tuesday. A rough one on Wall Street, probably concerns over that new Omicron variant. The Dow closes down more than 652 points today. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. Straight ahead, the CDC has expanded its vaccine guidance as concern over that new variant grows.
And as we turn the calendar to December, we may have cause to grab the rain gear again. I'll have the latest breakdown coming up.